Good morning, one and all. Today discuss the topic scalar product. Now we can take the two vectors, that means A vector, another one is the B vector. So that scalar product means that is another name dot product. So here the dot or scalar product of the two vectors means the product of the magnitude of the vectors. So here the two vectors A and B vector, that is the magnitude means A and B. So scalar product means the product of the magnitude of the both vectors. Now here write down the A vector dot B vector, that is the dot product or scalar product means that is the product of the magnitude of the vector AB and cosine of the angle between two vectors. So write down the A vector dot B vector means AB cos theta. So here the definition of the scalar product or dot product means the product of the magnitude of the both vectors and cosine of the angle between them. So that is called the scalar property. So now moving to the property of the scalar product. So now here the property means first the product quantity A vector dot B vector. So that means it is the resultant of A vector dot B vector means it is always scalar. That resultant means it is always scalar. So that value means it is a positive. So that value means it is a positive means that the angle between the two vector means it is the acute angle. So acute means theta, it is the less than 90 degree. That means it is the acute angle. Suppose the result means it is the negative value means the theta means here the greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree, Now that time that angle is called the obtuse angle. Less than 90 degree means acute angle, greater than 90 but less than 180 mean obtuse angle. So write down that means 90 degree greater than theta but less than 180 degree. So that angle is the obtuse angle. So that is the first property of the scalar property. So second property means the scalar product is commutative. Scalar product is the commutative. So commutative means write down the A vector dot B vector means it is equal to B vector dot A vector. So that is called the commutative. So another one is the vectors obey the distributive law. So that means A vector dot B vector plus C vector means it is write down the A dot B vectors plus A vector dot C vector. So that means it is obey the distributive law. So these are the property. So now moving to the fourth property, the angle between the two vectors. Angle between the two vector means theta equal to cos inverse A vector dot B vector divided by AB. So that means it is the angle between the two vectors. So now moving to the fifth property. Fifth property means the scalar product of the two vectors will be a maximum. When the maximum means theta equal to 1. That means cos theta value means it is the 1. When cos theta value means 1 means theta equal to 0 degree. So that means it is the two vectors are parallel. So that means A vector and B vector means it is the parallel vector means theta equal to 0. So cos theta equal to 1. So that means it is the scalar product of the two vector is maximum. So write down means that is the A vector dot B vector, it is the maximum, that means AB. So now moving to the sixth property. So that means two vector is the minimum. Scalar product means it is the minimum means that means it is the anti-parallel. Two vector means it is the anti-parallel. That time theta equal to 180 degree. So cos 180 degree means it is the value 1. So that time it is the minimum. Two vectors, that the scalar product of the two vector is minimum. So A vector dot B vector, it is the minimum. So that means minus AB. That time it is called the anti-parallel of the two vectors. Anti-parallel of the two vectors. So write down the seventh point. The two vectors A and B. A vector and B vector means it is a perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other means that is a theta equal to 90 degree. Already we know the cos 90 means it is a 0. So finally we can get the dot product means A dot B vector, it is a 0. So that two vector mutually orthogonal vectors. Orthogonal means between the two vector means it is a 90 degree. So now moving to the another point, the scalar product of the vector with itself. So again it is the self dot product. That means A vector whole squared means A vector dot A vector. So that means here we can using the formula AA cos theta. So here the theta, that angle means that is the same means angle is the 0 degree. So finally we can get the magnitude or norm of the vector. So that is the A vector means it is the modulus of the A vector. So finally we can get the A means that is the magnitude or norm of the vector means root of A vector dot A vector. So that means that is the self dot product, that is the angle is the 0. So now moving to the ninth property, that is the unit vector. Here the unit vector means n cap. So here it is the same dot product means n cap dot n cap. That means it is the 1 into 1 cos 0 degree. So that means it is the 1. So finally we can using the orthogonal vectors I cap dot I cap, it is equal to j cap dot j cap, it is equal to a cap k cap, it is the value means it is the 1. So that is the unit vectors பொறுத்த வரையிலும் scalar product பொறுத்த வரையிலும் it is the 1. So now moving to the 10th property, that means orthogonal vectors. Orthogonal vector means the angle between the two vector it is a 90 degree. So write down that means I cap j cap, it is equal to j dot k cap, another one is the k cap dot I cap. So that means it is the 1 into 1, that means 1 dot 1 cos 90 degree, because the angle between the two vectors means it is a 90 degree. Finally we can get the resultant means it is a 0. So unit vector means it is the same vector means value 1. Suppose it is the orthogonal vector means it is a 0. So now moving to the another property, that is the component of the scalar product. Already we know the component means A vector means Ax I cap plus Ay j cap plus Az k cap. Now we using the another vector B vector means Bx I cap plus By j cap plus Bz k cap. Now using the scalar product means A vector dot B vector. So write down the component of the scalar product means, so here you can using the Ax Bx plus Ay By plus Az Bz. So that means remaining vectors I dot I already we know the 1 value. So I dot I, j dot j, k dot k means that is the 1. So finally we can get the magnitude of the vector. Magnitude of the vector means that is the A vector எடுத்தோம்னா that is the A equal to root of Ax squared plus Ay squared plus Az squared. So that is the magnitude of the vector. So here that means that is the component of the scalar product. Component of the scalar product, that means Ax Bx plus Ay By plus AZ BZ. So these are the property of the scalar product.